In your physical body, you have a beautiful playground. You can impact your physical body and your surroundings through your thoughts, your intention, your emotion, your likes, your dislikes, your connection with your soul and the Creator. You have a powerful influence upon this playground of life, and it is a playground because however stuck you may feel, however immovable things feel, you and your reality are flexible, like a tree swaying in the wind. These are particularly valuable months that lie ahead for you, because you will experience for the first time what true self-empowerment can do and change. Does that mean that there will be further tightening measures? You are to be weakened and deceived in every possible way. Wherever you look, when you observe current events in this matrix, fears are being stoked, and the manipulations will never end until people raise their eyes and no longer believe in the destructiveness. You have been and will be prepared for this, because today more people are ready for this leap in consciousness than ever before. There still needs to be a certain amount of pressure so that people can prove what quality they are. My physical body is changing so much. I am experiencing ear pain off and on. My adrenals are overactive, and I am feeling a resurgence of latent viruses. These are all signs that tell me my body is feeling very taxed, and it will be a balancing act to do all that needs to be done and not become ill. We are having to learn when to do and when to rest all over again. We are having to learn what the body can handle and what it can, for these two have changed. While I'm seeing an increase in sensitivities, I'm also seeing an increase in core strength and balance. Something is really changing. My team tells me that we are being made new, bit by bit. They tell me it is helpful to keep a journal, noting what is working and what is not. They said to pay attention to the tiny changes, write them down. We will look back in a few years and surprise ourselves with the changes. Yet we need to be seeing the progress now. This unique dance and expression of the Creator is yours to choose. To express it and live it in your reality, the way you wish to, the way you choose to. You choose each part of the rhythmic music. You choose each step or movement that your body makes, and it's not in a controlling way. It doesn't matter if you miss a step or, in fact, you begin a whole new dance in a completely new direction. Everything is linked and connected, so it's not really a new dance or a new direction, however much it may feel like it is. There is always a purpose to every step you take, whether you take it with conscious awareness or not. You have the ability to write your life, and you are already achieving this. You also have the ability to rewrite your life, to rewrite your story of what you've already experienced. The change is brought about by you, because only in this way will you live up to the claim of mastery. All power and strength lies within you knowing this is one thing. But experiencing it and seeing the effects on the world is something completely different. You know will produce results that you could never have imagined. This is the experience that many people who are empowered to overcome the coming crises are now experiencing. Awakening becomes a living experience, stored in your cellular consciousness, and that is all that matters now. The Dark Princes complete their plans on a world that is intended for them. However, humans are no longer part of it. You have stepped out and find yourself in another reality. That is the way that leads to the truth and brings life. Both experienced ascension while they were physical beings, which is what the triple number 8 also signifies. From an individual perspective, the transcendence of a physical body and human consciousness and embodiment of our Divine One. Many of you are now embodying your twin flame through polarity integration, awakening to your mission and reuniting with those who are meant to help you bring this same planetary healing. Many of you have come in tribes, and others will act more solitary. All is orchestrated divinely for the whole to evolve. Our mission is not to want this or that, but to accept God's will and fulfill our unique purpose within creation. This does not mean we do not have desires. But our desires now do not come from the ego, but from our purest soul desire to assist all. We are reaching the end of a cycle, one of soul and monadic reconnection that will conclude next year. For it is 9 years the period and effort it takes to restore the many manipulated grids in our planet. Retrieving connection to the illumined planes and concluding a cycle. This is why it is so important to reconnect ourselves through DNA strands to our soul and monad. For we are now receiving 8-dimensional frequencies that help us communicate with this inner work of self-reconnection, transcendence, and illumination. Think of an area in your reality that you've experienced in the past, or now, that you don't particularly like, or maybe it's hurtful. Or you wish it had never happened. Or maybe you don't like the way things are unfolding at the moment. When you say to yourself that you accept full responsibility for the creation of this experience, and you fully feel it within your being and your body, then you can imagine what you wish for. What do you wish for? You can think of it, imagine it as colorful and as vibrant as you wish, even if it seems impossible. Maybe it's your wildest dream. You can say to yourself, I choose this story or experience from now on. Imagine that that experience has an energy and a color, and you're breathing it into your entire body and being as you're existing now. It's as if you're absorbing the entire experience. You are becoming, you are embodying. What was conceived in the dark fails on all fronts. Hold on and remain firm in your resolutions. Guard your living relationship with God and know that your spiritual families are always at your side. Trust in a good ending and awaken to your power. Because everything that comes now will forge you into true people and lead you to mastery. All struggles and efforts, all challenges and trials serve you until you can accept and use your power. Your destiny is formed by your decisions, and the present and future are shaped. When death is overcome, the living is manifested, then you are elevated and can reach God. There will be many of you with Orion lineage now healing galactic wars, restoring the trauma at a monadic level. As even though now evolved, Orion experienced deep polarization, as well as many other beings within creation who are evolving, exactly as we are now. All the memories from the 8 dimensions you have experienced, whether as an Orion, Sirian, or any other civilization, are not being retrieved for you to embrace its lessons. Acknowledge and let go of painful memories through soul retrieval. The 888 passage offers us the codes for us to activate our multidimensionality, as we are all multidimensional beings. But when we were born into this earth plane, We were literally unplugged in our DNA from our ability to connect to other dimensions. When we activate our multidimensionality in our second DNA strand, responsible for time, space, and linearity, we start moving our consciousness outside of our time-space, reconnecting further DNA strands and moving into a new level of awareness. It is then that we can remember the infinite of our existence, memories, and wisdom. You can ask yourself to write or download this experience into your being now, for full experience at a physical level. You have the power to rewrite every aspect of your being and your reality, if you wish. You might recognize that you are, at times, ungrateful or stressed, or maybe something else. You can ask yourself, what do you choose to be instead? If you could rewrite that experience, what would you choose instead? Remember, you first have to accept the responsibility of creating that feeling. And accept it fully. Then you can begin to imagine a new experience. Feeling it, sensing it, drawing it deep into your being, thus rewriting and rewiring your entire being. Not only will you be healing wounds, releasing stuck energies and balancing your being, but you'll be calling forth new energies like wisdom and support to serve you. And for that I, Archangel Michael, am immensely grateful.